Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news that risk appetites seem to be improving. Wall Street is positive today with the S&P 500 up 0.8% in afternoon trade. Overnight, European markets were even stronger, generally up more than 1%, although London was a laggard. Yesterday, Hong Kong had a massive recovery, up almost 4% on the day, as the hardline Hong Kong governor caved a bit in her dealings with protesters. Shanghai was also positive, up almost 1% too. The US trade balance for July was reported, showing a minor improvement from June, but year on year it's 15% worse, and for the year to July it is 14% worse. So in reality things are not improving despite the trade war. A withdrawal from the trade by the world's largest economy is underway. Oddly, their deficit with China surged to a 6-month high. The US mortgage applications were down too, and for a third week in a row. And somewhat oddly, the trade war was cited as a reason there as well. The Federal Reserve's September Beige Book survey indicates only modest growth in the US as the trade tension dents prospects. That reason got 16 mentions in their summary of their 12 reporting districts. The Canadian Central Bank reviewed their official interest rates overnight, leaving it at 1.75%. Theirs was a positive review, with growth high, inflation at target, and their economy operating about full capacity. Only the trade situation risk kept it from signalling the next move might be up on the inflation risks of fast rising wages. In China, there is more data showing that their economy is not hurting quite as much as the Americans assume. The independent Caixin survey of services shows that index at 52.1, up from 51.6 in July, signalling the strongest rise in services activity for 3 months. In the UK, the mood seems to improve, with a hard Brexit less likely and the new Prime Minister looking neutered. And in Italy, the recent political storm looks like it has passed as well, with their hardline political force also rejected. In Australia, their economy grew 1.4% in the year to June, according to the real GDP data released yesterday. This is the slowest in 10 years, but as analysts were expecting. It was held back by their household sector. And staying in Australia, new car sales plunged there in August, down 10% from the same month a year ago. The industry claims vehicle finance is now much harder to get. US Treasury 10-year yield is down. It's down 1 basis point to 1.46%. Gold is up to $1,555 an ounce, a rise of another $11 since this time yesterday. US oil prices are also strongly high today, rising more than $2 and now just on $56 a barrel. The Brent benchmark is also higher at $60.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is up marginally to 63.4 US cents. On the cross rates are unchanged at 93.6 Aussie cents against the euro, with the same at 57.7 euro cents. That leaves the trade-weighted index at 68.9. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.